Wildfires in southern Oregon rage on, pushing people out of their homes.
Dogs, I got my animals, everybody's out of here. There's no sense in staying here. We got to go on and live.
The Florence and Sour Biscuit fires close in on alerted towns while firefighters rush to save homes and stop the flames from spreading. Tonight, live Team 12 coverage continues on fire season 2002. Good evening. Two major wildfires in southern Oregon inch closer together tonight.
There is no clear sign of containment, so people who live near the flames are being forced to make the critical decision whether to pack up and leave their homes. Today, fire commanders called in reinforcements as Oregon remains the nation's top priority for scarce firefighters and equipment. Here is the latest. 15 major wildfires burning on more than 423,000 acres. Nearly 13,000 firefighters are on the fire lines in Oregon. The top priorities for firefighters are the Florence Fire, the Timbered Rock Fire, the Cache Mountain Fire, the Sheldon Ridge Fire, and the Sour Biscuit Fire. So far, it has cost the state more than $47 million to fight the fires.
Firefighters chainsawed landscaping around threatened homes and stood ready to torch off backfires today. They're trying to block the 30-mile-long eastern front of fires burning in the smoke-filled Illinois Valley near the Florence and Biscuit Fire Complex. Live Team 12 coverage begins tonight with KPTV's Ryan Deal. He is live in Cave Junction. Ryan?
Shauna, good evening. They are discussing the good news and the bad news here tonight at City Hall. The good news, the fires have yet to merge. They moved very little today, now occupying about 190,000 acres. The bad news, the winds are expected to pick up tomorrow, while the tension here already has.
I haven't slept very much since this started.
It is a simple life here that has now become much more complex.
All you can do is try and look around your home, and every hour to hour you almost reevaluate what is important and what is not important.
Everything on the west side of this road, all the way down.
Even those most familiar with fire are anguishing, red flagging homes they won't be able to save if the fire moves in.
We have a pond, and we have a body of water almost accompanying us, and we have a creek running along that side. To me, this is a defendable stand.
But firefighters don't think so. Too much fuel around a house saturated in trees. So the Mulhalls do like so many others.
You want to turn this one on over here, Lloyd, underneath us?
Protecting their homes any way they can. The sprinklers run as this unpredictable fire grows, moving closer to taking everything, already stealing the air.
Some of the particles in the air is could be harmful to your lungs. So.
Smoke alone has already driven away an estimated 1,000 people. But it is the fire itself that might keep them from driving back.
This is all we have. This is it. This is the last of anything we've got. So we will sit here till the very end, because if I'm not going to have help, I'm going to be here.
Now, about 1,500 firefighters on the ground fighting both of these fires. A lot of backburning going on today in advance of these flames. Again, they didn't move very much. The backburning is going on for one major reason. In between the people and the fires are major power lines. If the fire tomorrow makes a run toward those power lines, we could see evacuations coming. For now, live in Cave Junction, I'm Ryan Deal, the 10 o'clock news.
The question of where the Florence fire will burn next has thousands of people in the Illinois Valley on edge tonight. Since last weekend, people like Alan Crocker and his family have been preparing to evacuate. Crocker says the situation changes from moment to moment. He says he deals best with it by getting his property ready to defend against the fire.
Well, it's stressful. It's definitely, but there's so much to do that I keep thinking about what I'm going to do next, and trying to psych myself up for it, and try and get it done. What is stressful is the thought that any time they could come and say, you got a half hour.
So far, more than 17,000 people have already left their homes.
Alan Crocker is just one of countless people in the Illinois Valley who needs temporary homes for their animals. People are evacuating everything from horses, llamas, chickens, dogs, cats, you name it. KPTV's David Wilson continues our Team 12 coverage. He joins us live from Cave Junction tonight with more on that part of the story. Dave?
Yeah, Kurt, it's a big problem because almost everyone here in the Illinois Valley has at least a dog or a cat. This is Cassie and her dog, Angel. They live here in Cave Junction. But many other people have much larger farm animals. They want to get them out early in case the fire makes them leave in a hurry.
If you show me, I'll get an idea of what we're looking at.
Yeah, he's primarily an outside cat, so it's going to be pretty traumatic for him.
Some of the first victims of the Florence fire aren't burned or even singed. They're homeless.
Wake up one day and you don't know what you're going to do, don't know where you're going to take the animals.
With nowhere else to turn, Illinois Valley residents such as Sean O'Sullivan are bringing their pets to the Home Away from Home Animal Spa in Grants Pass.
It's been a zoo. Something akin to Noah's Ark.
This one was having a little bit of problems breathing from the smoke out there, so he had to come in a little bit early in the air conditioning area.
With the help of almost 40 volunteers plus food and kennel donations, the shelter now offers close to 300 evacuated pets temporary housing.
Dogs, cats, birds, rabbits, guinea pigs. We had a snake, but we farmed that out. As I understand, a 4-foot-long iguana is on its way.
The shelter will also help find temporary homes for farm animals.
I've seen a lot of fires, but this is probably about as close as one's been.
But some farmers, such as Jack Sauer, refuse to move their animals at all.
The cattle's fine as far as I know. I'm not worried about them because our pastures are wet and green.
But the fire has moved some people. Nearly 35 residents who evacuated voluntarily will spend the night at this shelter in downtown Grants Pass.
Because we're scared, especially the kids. I have a grandson, he has asthma, and he say he don't want to stay because we see the fire.
Again, many people evacuating voluntarily tonight, hoping to bring their pets with them, but of course, finding a place to put their pets is a very, very tough deal. We're live here in Cave Junction. David Wilson, the 10 o'clock news.
Some people there have been telling Dave that they think the fire situation would not be as bad if more logging had been allowed in the Kalmiopsis wilderness.
After days away from their homes and more than a week fearing the worst, people in Black Butte near the Cache Mountain fire are back home tonight. The fire has been burning in central Oregon since Tuesday of last week. KPTV's Jamie Wilson is live at Black Butte Ranch with more. Jamie?
Well, Shauna, tonight on day 8 of this blaze, the Cache Mountain fire is almost 100% contained. Firefighters have held the lines for the past 24 hours, and today they finished mopping up every last hot spot that was anywhere close to a house. And those are the only reasons why Black Butte residents were allowed to return home. A caravan of relieved and thankful residents stream into Black Butte Ranch this afternoon. Welcomed by smiles and waves from local firefighters and ranch workers, just happy to have them all back home.
It's kind of neat. It's really neat. Hi, Jeanette. The houses that burned are right over there.
Frank Phillips is driving back to the dream house he designed and built 15 years ago, and it's still standing. With only 5 minutes to load up their cars, Frank and his wife Janet evacuated 3 days ago. But luckily, Frank had some fire defenses already in place.
I put sprinklers on top of the roof.
He drenched his house and yard for days, also boarding up this breezeway to block a potential wind tunnel for the fire.
We took pictures and, and other than that, how much of your personal stuff do you really care about?
So now begins the cleanup and unpacking of all those irreplaceable things they couldn't leave behind. The llama rocking chair, the bronze geese.
It's just a very special doll a girlfriend of mine's sister made.
Bicycle.
But the evacuation tape still hangs on Frank and Janet's wood post. Just one reminder of how close this fire came and how lucky they really are.
Oh, yes. Very, very grateful.
Now, even though this fire is almost 100% contained, that doesn't mean that it's out. So firefighting efforts will continue, and that means there are still restrictions. For example, McAllister Road is still closed, and areas of Fiddle Neck and Bracken Roads are also still closed. And today, only residents were allowed back in here at Black Butte Ranch, but tomorrow the general public will be allowed back in, and it will be business as usual. Live on Black Butte Ranch, I'm Jamie Wilson, the 10 o'clock news.
Tomorrow, as the mop-up efforts continue, firefighters will use infrared cameras to detect any remaining hot spots.
Cooler weather and the chance of rain bringing hope to weary firefighters across the state. KPTV meteorologist Rod Hill is up on the weather deck with more on that. Rod?
Yeah, Kurt, I feel pretty good tonight about the news I have to share with you. You know, this morning, much of Oregon, including here in the Willamette Valley, saw overnight low temperatures dip into the 40s. Could see that again tomorrow morning, and the real push of cool weather has yet to move in. Take a look at the satellite picture. I'm watching that upper level low and the cloudiness swirling around it, the jet flow coming tucked underneath that low. That's the cool air pocket that will be dropping in over the weekend, and it's looking more and more like tonight that we will indeed see some rain over the weekend. And Kurt and Shauna, we could even see some of that rain as far south as the Medford area and the Florence fire. We'll pinpoint that a little bit more for you coming up tonight in my forecast at 10:31. But again, the news is really looking up for firefighters, and no chance of any thunderstorms over the next couple of days. So the good news continues, guys. My complete forecast tonight is about 10:31.
That is good news, Rod. Well, have you ever wondered how some of these fires get their names? For example, the Florence fire is not actually in the town of Florence. Well, the name of the fire is chosen by the first person to respond to the scene, and it's almost always a geographical locator.
Fire down here was named for a drainage called Florence Way. That's where the lightning that struck and started that fire hit in that drainage, so they used the local geographic name. We have the town of Florence way up here on the coast, and people are confusing the Florence fire with the town of Florence itself.
Now, the fire and the town are about 125 miles apart. The Forest Service even considered changing the name of the fire, but decided that might cause even more confusion. Be sure to keep it right here on KPTV for continuing coverage of fire season 2002. We'll have the very latest tomorrow morning on Good Day Oregon from 5 to 9 a.m., then right back here on the 10 o'clock news.
Coming up, an Olympic scandal. A Russian mob boss arrested for fixing ice skating competitions.
I'm Stephanie Fisher at PDX. The hunt is on tonight for new airport security screeners. Do you have what it takes? A live report coming up.
Plus, pleading for Kip, lawyers for the young man responsible for the shootings at Springfield High School say their client should be given another chance. We'll take you to the courtroom when the 10 o'clock news returns.
Just Shoot Me, weekdays.
Who says comedy isn't pretty?
How would you like it if everyone was just staring at you all day?
Like it? Why do you think I dress this way?
It's the wit and wisdom of supermodel Nina Van Horn. Just Shoot Me.
This fall on the new UPN 49. Turn it up.
Can I take your order?
Yeah, hi. I'll take that turkey sandwich, the one with the bacon, the ham, and the Dijon
horseradish sauce? That's like not on our menu.
Not only is it not on your menu, it's not even on your radar screen. We have a radar screen? Subway's new hot Dijon horseradish melt. Sing it to me, Lori.
We're talking delicious turkey, ham, crisp bacon, topped with melted cheese and a tangy Dijon horseradish sauce, all on fresh-baked gourmet bread. It's one of 5 new Subway selects.
You think I made that burger guy cry?
Subway, eat fresh!
Hey, Ray, look at this. Wall-to-wall entertainment. You want entertainment, Carl? I'll give you entertainment. Look, Carl, I'm a maniac! Let's see their entertainment do this!
It's easier than ever to rent and return movies at Blockbuster because now you can keep movies for even longer, a full week. Choose from hundreds of hot titles and stock up on entertainment by the week load. Keep your movies for a full week this summer at Blockbuster.
A Pekingese found skinned alive near its home in Vancouver, and this family wants to know what really happened to their beloved family pet. Was it an animal or an animal abuser? The story coming up.
I'm Todd Oldham. Nice to meet you. When I was 9 years old, my granny taught me to sew.
Sparky, do you think pink and orange go together?
We design lots of stuff for Target. It's about varsity funk. A little punky, a little preppy, all pretty cute. I made stuff for your bed, stuff for your bath, stuff for your head.
Todd's our guy. He's super fly.
Just celebrate the individual. That's really what it's about. Have fun, make peace, and be creative.
The time has come to see your world differently. At Magnolia Hi-Fi, where you'll be introduced to technology that reinvents entertainment. And yet, technology isn't all that sets us apart. No, it's our expert help. Award-winning service for over 20 years. Magnolia Hi-Fi. Experience the difference.
You're all busy every day of the week?
So are you.
Oh, so?
With them.
Oh, right.
Will and Grace and You. Coming this fall to the new Fox 12. You're watching the 10 o'clock news.
Welcome back. The lawyer for Kip Kinkle, the Springfield boy who killed his parents and 2 students back in 1998, wants his client to be given a shortened sentence.
But the state's attorney argues that the 111-year term for Kinkle is both appropriate and legal. KPTV's Jim Hyde has the story.
The shooting shocked the nation. Kipling Kinkle killed his parents at home, then burst into Thurston High, killing 2 classmates and spraying the cafeteria with automatic weapons. Prosecutors charged aggravated murder and sought a 224-year sentence. Defense doctors said Kinkle was mentally ill, but he abandoned the insanity defense and made a plea bargain. Judge Jack Madison sentenced him to 25 years minimum for murder, 4 counts served concurrently. But then he added 40 months for each of 26 attempted murders. Kinkle began serving what would be more than a century behind bars.
Where in the Constitution does it establish that hierarchy?
The defense told the appeals court the trial judge unconstitutionally put protection of society ahead of reformation of the convicted.
The judge's position is that we don't know, you're not reformed now, true, we don't know that you ever will be, therefore, to protect society, I need to lock you up for the rest of your life.
Kinkle himself did not appear. The now 19-year-old remains in a secure juvenile facility. The state's attorney says the sentence is not cruel and unusual punishment.
Given the fact that there were 4 murders and 26 attempted murders, that certainly doesn't shock the conscience of all reasonable people.
The Oregon Court of Appeals could take as long as a year to decide if Kip Kinkle was sentenced appropriately, according to the law. If his public defenders are not successful here, they'll appeal to the state's highest court.
The record's very clear that Kip stands an excellent chance of rehabilitation and reformation.
The defense says there's an excellent treatment program at McLaren facility, but they would not say if Kinkle is participating in it. Jim Hyde, 10 o'clock news.
Kip Kinkle is being held at the McLaren Juvenile Correction Facility near Woodburn until he's 25. At that time, he would transfer to the state's adult correction system. So what is your opinion? Do you think Kip Kinkle can be rehabilitated? That is our 12 Talkback Online poll question. Log on to our website, Oregons12.tv. We've got results right back here tomorrow on the 10 o'clock news.
A man who raped an 11-year-old girl will spend more than 8 years in prison. 19-year-old Antonio Osorio Ramirez pleaded guilty to having sex with a now pregnant 12-year-old. The judge also ordered Ramirez to submit a blood sample for HIV testing. Ramirez and the other rape suspect, 22-year-old Hector Villanueva, were living at the girl's home at the time of the rapes. The girl's mother is accused of allowing the men to have sex with her daughter in exchange for money. She also faces charges in that case. The threesome who pled guilty to playing sex games with 2 teenage girls will spend plenty of time in jail. Today, a Washington County judge sentenced Howell Marsh to 20 years in prison, his wife Bonnie to 15, and Kimberly Tassa Ralph to 5. Last year, the Reverend Elwin Schwab of Forest Grove's St. Anthony Catholic Church performed a vow of commitment that's similar to a wedding for the 3. Schwab had no knowledge of the sex games. He has since resigned from the church.
A follow now to a story we first brought you last night. A convicted animal abuser remains in jail tonight, refusing to cooperate with police. Tigard police arrested Victoria Webb after she tried to sell cats in the newspaper. Webb is under a strict parole which forbids her from having any animals. She was busted earlier this year for housing dead and dying cats. Here's the problem tonight. Webb won't tell police where she lives. They want to search her home for more animals who may need help. If you know where Victoria Webb lives, please call Detective Chapman at Tigard Police, 503-639-6168.
A Vancouver couple says their little dog was the victim of horrible animal abuse. The small Pekingese mix was found skinned but alive. KPTV's Robin Burke has the story. We do want to warn you, some of the video is graphic.
I don't see anything.
Bob Paleo is looking for clues, blood spots, a collar, anything that will explain a brutal attack on his 9-year-old dog, Chica.
And so I stepped over a little bit farther to look, and that's when the reality hit that, yes, in fact, that is Chica right there by the door, curled up in a little ball, and all of the raw meat showing.
The little 12-pound dog had been skinned from the back of her neck to her tail. A neighbor first saw her rustling in these leaves, but before he could reach her, she was gone. She made it down a hill and back to her owner's door.
With all of that skin missing, that she was still had the drive to be able to make it back home.
Bob and his wife, BJ, took the injured dog to an emergency vet where she was euthanized. They were told it could have been a coyote attack, yet it's nothing like anyone has seen before.
When you look at the cut straight across the back of her neck,
Bob and BJ think the attack was deliberate.
I feel so sure, right up there, 99% sure. And I'm only 99% sure because of the fact that I did not see it happen.
We know we can't bring her back, but if somebody did this, and we can catch the person who did this, hopefully it'll never happen to another animal or a child.
I mean, this is a sweet little dog, and it was...
Mike Andrew is Chica's vet. He didn't see her after the attack, but has seen the photos. Photos too disturbing to show. He talked to wildlife experts about the dog's wounds, which included a puncture wound on her neck.
And he said that that would tell him that it probably was a coyote attack.
Yet no one, even the experts, will rule out animal abuse. In Vancouver, Robin Burke, the 10 o'clock news.
There is a $3,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in this case. If you know anything about the attack on Chica, you're asked to call the Vancouver Police or Animal Control.
Young people all over the country are reading about missing Oregon City girls Ashley Pond and Miranda Gaddis. This brand new edition of Teen People is on the sands tonight. The 4-page spread tells the story of the girls' disappearance through the eyes of Miranda's sisters, 15-year-old Marissa Gaddis and younger sister Mariah. Mariah says she can't sleep since her older sister disappeared. Marissa is fearful whoever took her sister might come back for her. Miranda's family hopes the national attention will bring them one step closer to finding out the truth. Remains found in Deschutes County may be those of a missing Pennsylvania hiker. 24-year-old Danny Curran was reported missing back in November after he failed to return to camp near Broken Top Mountain. Crews searched the area for days but never found any sign of Curran. On Friday, hikers found remains on the west slope of the mountain. According to investigators, the clothing, height, and hair color all match descriptions of Danny Curran.
Oregon State Police have arrested 2 people accused of a rash of car break-ins. Police say 27-year-old Claudia Outland and 31-year-old David Wood are responsible for a string of car break-ins. Over the past 2 months, several cars have been broken into within the Columbia River Gorge National Scenic Area. A group of citizens known as the Volunteers in the Gorge helped police catch the suspects by conducting surveillance of the area and also doing patrols.
The Portland City Council approved the most expensive construction project in the city's history today. The council gave the okay to the West Side Combined Sewer Outflow Project. It'll cost $293 million. The project will reduce the amount of sewage-mixed rainwater dumped into the Willamette and Columbia Slough by rerouting it with a big 4-mile underground pipe from downtown Portland out to the Swan Island area. It should reduce sewage flow to just 250 million gallons a year. 11 years ago, listen to this, sewage flow into the Willamette peaked at 6 billion gallons.
Well, you may want to get in line at the DMV now. A new license plate is about to hit Oregon roads. The newest plates will feature the image of Crater Lake and Wizard Island. The Oregon Department of Motor Vehicles will release the plate on August 26th. The plates will cost $10 each. The proceeds will go to the National Park Foundation for projects at Crater Lake. Crater Lake is Oregon's only national park, and it's the world's 7th deepest lake.
Fishermen can expect near-record runs of fall Chinook salmon on the Columbia River this year. The season gets underway tomorrow, that's August 1st, from the mouth of the Columbia at Buoy 10 upstream to the Oregon-Washington border. The daily limits from Buoy 10 to the Rocky Point Tongue Point line is 2 salmon. From Rocky Point to the Bonneville Dam, the daily limit is 6 salmon. And from Bonneville Dam to the Highway 395 bridge, the limit is also 6. 2 hatchery steelhead may also be kept from all locations.
Coming up, Rod says our cool down has just begun. It felt so good out there today. Just how low will the temperature go? Details in his pinpoint forecast.
Also, a serial killer on the loose in the Big Easy. Louisiana police are on the lookout for a crazed killer.
Plus, we've all heard secondhand smoke is bad for your health, but new research says it may even be worse for your cat. Find out more in HealthCast when the 10 o'clock news returns.
Come on. Yeah, I'm still in the car. 10 minutes, an hour, I've got no idea. This is ridiculous.
Can't wait to get your new Jetta? And with the offers going on now, why would you?
Jim! Hey, Mikey.
There's our TV, 57-inch widescreen. Looks even better than last week.
Can we take it home this time?
Therein lies the problem, Peter. The minute we take it home, I'm going to see it on sale.
You know, with Circuit City's Price Match Plus, you don't have to worry about that.
Huh. Don't worry, take it home. Because if you find a lower price within 30 days of purchase, we'll give you back 110% of the price difference. Circuit City. We're with you.
Does this mean my video game system can come home too?
Changes in airport security mean new jobs at PDX, and when you see what they get paid, you may want to grab an application. See if you have what it takes to be an airport screener coming up.
Psst. Hey, down here. Want to see a green lawn that really stands up to summer? Check out these healthy blades. That's from just 1 inch of water applied over the course of a week. And if you think that's something, look at these roots. Just 1 inch of water applied over a week is all you need. It's water conservation in action.
Learn more about using less at conserveh2o.org. Sponsored by the Regional Water Providers Consortium.
Tonight's weather report on the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof. Look in the white or yellow pages and call today.
I'm always busy. During the week, I work downtown. Weekends, I do things around the house. I also help out at my dad's restaurant. When I bought my house, I wanted protection I can trust from an agent I can trust. So I talked to my dad's American Family Insurance agent. He walked me through all the details and helped me protect the home I love and the free time I treasure.
All your protection under one roof.
American Family Insurance.
The search is on tonight for new federal airport security screeners. Portland International is one of 75 airports nationwide now accepting applications. KPTV's Stephanie Fisher is live at PDX tonight with more. Steph?
Since September 11th, our airports have been through a lot of changes. More are on the way tonight. But these changes mean jobs for the people of Oregon.
Oh, I don't need your ID. You're good to go.
Judy and Jennifer work side by side. They're checking tickets, taking a look at passengers. The first checkpoint at PDX. They may soon be replaced, though, as a federal agency starts the process of hiring new screeners. And in a state with the highest unemployment rate in the country, you say hiring and people listen. Dale Dahlstrom is an unemployed bartender who likes the idea of more jobs in his area and one who can appreciate the importance of this particular position.
They're thinking of every way, probably even right now, how they can get through security. So you have to have some really good people to do that job.
Actually, there we go.
The screening position also sounded promising to James Hatfield, a multilingual cashier who wants more.
A lot of people are doing the same thing as I am, looking for a job or a second job even, just to be able to go to school or have a roof over their head.
These new positions pay pretty well, too. The basic screeners, who are going to look at all the luggage that comes through here, will make up to $40,000 a year. The lead screeners, who kind of oversee what they do, are going to make about $52,000 a year. And the supervisor, who's going to act as a liaison between the screeners and the airport security, will make up to $62,000 a year. And all of these positions come with benefits. This is a significant raise for most screeners, and with extensive training included, a good opportunity for a new career. Requirements include a high school diploma or GED. You must be a U.S. citizen and have some experience in a related field. And as Jen and Judy can attest to, you need to have an eye and an ear for all walks of life. Sounds pretty good. Grab a pen and paper. I have a number and a website I want to give you if you're interested for more information. The number, 1-877-631-5627. The website is tsa.gov. That's Transportation Security Administration.gov, tsa.gov. And the number again, 1-877-631-5627. Give that number a call. Go to the website. Find out more information. The deadline to apply for these jobs and to have everybody trained is November 18th. I'm Stephanie Fisher, reporting for the 10 o'clock news.
Oh, apparently not a lot of Americans plan on flying on September 11th. Now the airlines are responding by cutting back flights. American and United are eliminating flights on the anniversary of the terror attacks, while Delta has announced cuts for the whole week. Experts say fear of another attack, patriotism, and remembrance are all contributing to the reluctance to fly. The Air Transport Association says a commercial airliner, though, will be one of the safest places to spend that day.
In tonight's HealthCast, a new study links certain sports to unhealthy eating habits in girls. Researchers say girls who participate in sports that emphasize appearance and a lean body are at a higher risk for developing an eating disorder. Unhealthy eating behaviors are most prevalent in girls who take ballet, figure skating, gymnastics, running, and swimming. According to the study, a girl is placed in the disordered eating category if she's tried to lose or control her weight by vomiting, taking diet pills, or laxatives. When it comes to working out, you might want to wait until later in the day to pump iron. A new study says early morning workouts could actually increase your susceptibility to infection. Researchers say levels of cortisol are higher in athletes who train early in the day rather than later. Cortisol is the stress hormone which suppresses the immune system. The new findings suggest a person's internal body clock has an impact on the immune system. Well, you know about the dangers of secondhand smoke on people, but what about your pets? A new study shows a link between smoking and a common form of cat cancer. Researchers say if one person in the home smokes, it doubles a cat's chances of developing lymphoma. If two people smoke, the risk is 4 times greater. This is because when cats lick their fur, they're actually ingesting the tar and nicotine from cigarettes.
Spent last night with the window fan on. Big mistake. Woke up this morning freezing cold.
And you did that because you weren't paying attention to the pinpoint forecast. Remember? It was the coolest morning this morning since June 19th. Hillsboro down to 40 degrees this morning. The airport got down to 50. The record low, by the way, is 48. And we could be back down in that similar territory tomorrow morning. So
it felt good, though.
Whatever you do, though, is your own business.
Yeah, we took a walk today. My son actually wore a sweatshirt. I mean,
it was nice this morning.
It was nice.
Yeah, Jack's on a sweatshirt?
Yes.
Oh, I bet he looked good.
He did.
Okay, this morning, yeah, Hillsboro, Burr, huh? 40 degrees. Tillamook, actually, the reporting station out there near the coast, had 37 this morning. Portland, 50. Troutdale, 47. And down in McMinnville, close to the wine country, 42 was your temperature. Turned out to be a beautiful day, of course. Certainly a gorgeous blue sky. 78 was the high in the Rose City. The same in Salem. Medford, one of the few cities today that you could actually call hot at 92. Check out the rest of the state. John Day, 81. It was 80 for a high temperature this afternoon up in Pilton. Most cities certainly cooler than we've been in quite some time. Kelso only 75. You folks in Seaside had a temperature today of only 63. Outside right now, we have partly cloudy to mostly clear conditions. We're at 67 degrees, running a little bit warmer tonight than it was at this time last night. It was 61, I think. Dew point's at 52, so the air is still relatively dry, and the barometer is holding steady tonight at 30.12 inches. Satellite picture is showing that we do have low clouds, which have kind of hovered back up around the coastal areas. Remember this morning, the clouds were brief. For the most part, they were only near the Columbia River, then they quickly went away. I think that'll be the case again tomorrow morning, a day that should see a lot of sunshine once again. Earlier in the show, we talked about this pretty convincing area of cool weather. It will be dropping down over our area. Pretty much all the computer models now are giving me reason to say that we will, in fact, get some rain over the weekend. Pretty good jet flow will come down, park itself right on top of us, actually a little bit to our south over the weekend. And right now, I think the best chance of needing this, an umbrella, will be on Sunday. And I'm starting to get more and more confident that here in Portland anyway, we will in fact see some rainfall on Sunday, maybe at least 1/10 of an inch or a little bit more, which for the summer would be good rain. And notice down here, we could, let me straighten my tie. Notice down here, we could even see some of that rain as far south as Medford and the Florence fire. So the forecast is just looking wonderful. No signs of any real hot weather returning at this time. No signs of any thunderstorms being widespread in the fire areas either. This is the tornado alley that I've highlighted, of course, from Texas up through Nebraska, and this is a bit of good news tonight. So far, through the end of July, we've only had 451 tornadoes across the country. The mid-year average is 914, so we're having a year of only about half the number of tornadoes that the country normally sees, and we've only lost 11 lives in our country because of tornadoes so far this year. So that's some pretty good news. Take a look at the high temperatures today across the country, 93 in Chicago. There's a heat wave rebuilding in the nation's midsection, Pierce, South Dakota, all the way up to 100 today for a high. It was 72 up in Seattle. It was 97 down in Reno, and up in Anchorage today. It was kind of warm. 79 was their high temperature, warmer than here at home. North Bend, 66. We saw the low clouds on the coast. They shouldn't last long. You'll return to mostly sunny to partly sunny skies up north. Long Beach, 67. Tillamook tomorrow, a high of 64 after a morning low of 45. Winds tomorrow near shore northwest of 15 knots. Maybe some clouds briefly, then they go bye-bye. We get mostly sunny skies, 78 in Salem, 81 in Corvallis. Could see a little bit of cloudiness actually later tomorrow. 70 up in Government Camp, mostly sunny skies up in the high country. Overnight lows will be in the lower 40s. Redmond 87, Bend 86. Pretty comfortable, mostly sunny skies. Beautiful, beautiful day. Farther to the east, John Day 87, tomorrow Burns 84. Bright blue skies. Notice the winds across much of our state. No big deal tomorrow. West 5 to 15. Same thing out farther east. Pendleton tomorrow 88 degrees after a morning low of 49. You can see everybody will get the sunshine. In the Gorge, the Dow's 87. Still a bit of a breeze there. West winds up to 25 miles per hour. Cascade Lock should get up to about 78. Okay, some brief clouds in the morning in some areas. Otherwise, will quickly become mostly sunny. 53, 65 at noon. And then maybe a little bit of partly cloudiness later in the day. 76 will be tomorrow's high temperature. 61 degrees at 10 o'clock. Here comes the 7-day numbers. I'm still going mostly cloudy on Friday, 73. I have more and more reason now to believe that Saturday could be a dry day, but I'm not willing to totally say no chance of rain, so a few raindrops remaining. But Sunday, I'm getting confidence that we will see rain at times. And if we do, we would struggle just hit 70 on Sunday, and then any rain would be tapering off on Monday. Type of forecast we really need. And the folks that are emailing about Saturday, it's looking more and more like it could be dry for the weddings and all of those activities.
All right.
Thanks, Rod. Well, it's one of the most valuable coins on the planet.
And it's just been sold. Just ahead, find out how many regular coins you'd have to cough up to have bought this single one.
Also, a wrong turn leads a kayaker hundreds of miles out to sea. His miraculous rescue just ahead on the 10 o'clock news.
Now get 0% financing up to 60 months or up to $3,500 cash back on America's #1 choice during Ford authorized clearance. Save big on Taurus, Focus, and Windstar, F-Series, Ranger, and Explorer. All with 0% financing or up to $3,500 cash back. So hurry to Ford authorized clearance at your Northwest Ford stores.
A new twist to the Olympic skating scandal. Cops arrest a Russian mob boss. The latest on Skategate coming up.
Make way, America, for the special edition Jack in the Box Extended Value Menu 4x4. Now that Jack has beefed up his value menu, you'll be doing some heavy-duty hauling. We're talking 3 big, meaty 99-cent burgers piled with tons of toppings. So climb aboard, America, and fill up with Jack.
Folks are talking about Standard's low price guarantee.
You were very fair on the price. You offered a guarantee.
Well, if they see an ad someplace else, we'll meet it or beat it.
They met his price.
It ensures that you're getting the best price in town.
I got great deals here at Standard TV and Appliance.
Standard had the best prices to begin with, so it was a piece.